Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna show off the All Bosses Expert on Legacy. But one thing we have to do before we even start the run is we have to go into a completed save file. You don't need to have 20%, but you at least have to have beaten the game on the save file. Because normally when you start a new fresh file, you don't have expert unlocked from the start. So there's this glitch we can use where if you go into save file where we do have expert unlocked, we can go in here, just go to boss and select expert so that we have that pre-selected. Then we go back to the menu, and when we start a new run on a new file, we will have that pre-selected. Even though it doesn't really show expert, it's gonna have like the area pre-selected pretty much where expert is supposed to be. So yeah, you'll see when we get to it. So let's start the run right away. So yeah, the legacy version is like the 1.0 version of the game, which has a lot of glitches that we can use to make the speedrun a lot faster than the patched version, pretty much. So starting off, we're gonna talk to this guy. He'll give us 3 coins. And then we're gonna do this run and gun level, which is optional. You don't have to do it to beat the game, but there are 5 coins here that we're gonna collect, which we'll need later before we start taking out bosses. Because in total we need 8 coins to buy the weapons that we need. Whoops. Okay. So yeah, primary mode of movement here is just dashing as much as you can. And here I'm gonna do a clip right through the ledge there. Also take some damage boost here. Oop, okay. There we go. Now we have all the coins we need, so we're gonna move on to the shop where we can buy those 2 weapons. It's the roundabout weapon and the labber weapon. Oops. And I'm gonna perform something called a shop glitch, where I buy the weapon and exit out at the same time, which saves a few seconds, because while you're exiting out, you can buy the second weapon as well. So the reason we buy those 2 weapons is it works really well with the weapon swap glitch, where if I swap weapons constantly here, I'm gonna pretty much be using both weapons at once, as you can see here. I'm gonna laying a trap here. Okay. And there's another glitch with that. If you saw those 2 big labber, big purple balls that I was shooting, if you land those right next to a boss, it deals double damage if you shoot it on the ground right next to the boss. So optimally we want to do that as much as possible. It's kind of hard to do when you're constantly swapping weapons, because sometimes you get the EX, as we call it, the EX move for the other weapon that we don't want. But yeah. That was the first boss, Root Pack. Now we're moving on to Ribbon Croaks. And on regular difficulty, you usually only get 1 of these 2 attacks, but we get them both here. This is expert, not messing around. Oh, whoops. So yeah, we're gonna play safe here. If I had not gotten hit there, I could have dealt a lot more damage to those and skip this whole phase if I had done it right, but yeah, you just have to deal with this. Okay, it's over. So I can't really deal damage to them right now. It's not gonna count to their health. So now we're on the last phase, turns into a slot machine. And yeah, it's random which attack we're gonna get here. So I'll try to get as many of those labbers as possible. And yeah, that's a fight. So, yeah. Also, you can't hurt the slot machine until you hit the lever on it to make the attack start. But yeah, that was pretty good. So we're moving on to Gooply Gran here. He likes to jump around a lot, which is kind of annoying. It's kind of hard to like hit all your shots, but I'm gonna do my best here. Okay, so it's gonna transition here. I'm gonna move back here and try to land as many of these lobbers on the ground as possible next to him. And there we go. That's Scoopy done. Okay, so far we've had, like, these first 3 bosses are, well, pretty... It's the basic, like, kind of gameplay you have in this game. It's like run and gun type of gameplay. But now we're moving on to a plane boss, which is more like a shoot 'em up kind of level. So instead of like being on the ground and jumping around, we are actually in a plane shooting at the boss here. So I'm gonna try to go for a glitch here. If I deal like a precise amount of damage, I can trigger a glitch that makes her go stuck in one of the transitions to one of the phases. Oh, whoops. I don't know if this will work, but I'll try. Okay, let's see. Okay, it didn't work. But if I got in it, then she would be stuck in that archer phase and would not be able to do any more attacks for the rest of the fights, pretty much. But it's super hard to get. It's like, also seriously, for me it's like 1 in 50 that I get that. So I don't normally go for that in once, but like, it looks cool when you get it. Alright, so on the last phase here, we have to dodge these UFOs. If they're brown, you have to like bait them. If they are red, you have to go under them, pretty much. And yeah, that's Silva. So yeah, that's the first plane boss of the game. In total there are 5 plane bosses. And for the other plane bosses, we'll actually have a second weapon. So we'll be making use of the weapon swap glitch for those 2, but we'll get to that. Now we're at Kind Incarnation. Nothing too much, like, too special to talk about here. In the first phase, he's gonna shoot out these seeds, and they will spawn some small enemies. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Should be fine. I'm gonna take care of that guy. So we're on the last phase here. Can you stay on this right platform for the entirety of the fight, pretty much. If you get the roots coming out from the gun, you can just jump up and shoot an EX to stay in the air longer. Yeah, nothing too hard. So that's the last boss of this aisle. There are 3 aisles, and then after you've beaten all the bosses in all the aisles, you get to Hell, where you fight the last 2 bosses. So yeah, we just have to talk to King Dice there and show that we have beaten all the bosses on this first aisle. And moving on to the next. And we're up against Bernos von Bonbon here. It's a kind of weird fight because instead of fighting the boss herself, you're like fighting her minions pretty much. So like some mini bosses. In total there are 5 different mini bosses, but you only fight 3 of them, so it's kind of random which ones you're gonna get. So I'm staying over here and shooting these lobbers, and if I time that... oh, whoops. That was my bad. Let's just try it again. So yeah, if I stay on the right side there, where they come out, and shoot that big lobber EX right when they come out, it's gonna land like right next to them, and hopefully deal double damage. So let's try it again. Okay, I want to go a little bit fast, a bit better. So I just have to fight Bomb herself, and she's done. Yeah, nice little graphical glitch here. If you beat her fast enough, that happens. Like the ground is supposed to be like scrolling. It's just like it's supposed to be like a chase where the castle is chasing you. But yeah, don't really have to deal with that, since we can take care of her really quickly with the weapon swap glitch. So just talk to that NPC, and he gave us a second weapon for the plane, which we're gonna use right away here. So we'll be making use of that too. It's a mini bomb that you can shoot here, so we're not gonna like spam it like we do normally with the regular weapons, but we're gonna use it in like a pattern kinda, like in a rhythm, because it has a much lower fire rate, so we don't have to press as quickly, just in a rhythm like this. Okay. So we do that pause there. That makes this phase come out faster. There we go. So yeah, we got the trash RNG there, which is actually good RNG, where he shoots trash at you. He has another attack where he like shoots out his heart, but while he does that, you can only shoot the heart that's levitating above him. So you have to like move away from the bottom part and shoot the heart instead, which loses you some time, unfortunately. But that was a pretty good fight. Let's move on to Jimmy. Special thing about Jimmy here is that I'm gonna stay down here to the left for some time at least. Let's see. Okay, let's go back here. So I'm dropping bombs here because there's the off-screen hitbox down to the left, which I'm dropping the bombs on. So I'm dealing damage to him while this phase goes on. So I'm gonna try to do this as much as possible. So I've dealt enough damage to actually kill this phase, but it doesn't know how to transition from phase. Oh, oops. Okay, let's hang back there a bit. It doesn't know how to transition from phase 1 to phase 3, or well, whatever phase we're at. So it's just gonna stay in this phase for the entirety of the fight, which saves a lot of time, because there are some times where you're like you can't really hurt him between phase transitions. So yeah, we want him to stay in that phase pretty much, even though it's really scary because there's a lot of stuff coming at you, like ghosts, and he's shooting out his eyes and stuff. But yeah, it still saves a lot of time. I had to play that one a bit safe because I had no health left, but yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so going on to Beppy here. He has a similar glitch where if I deal enough damage here in the first phase. Okay, this is not looking that great. I'm gonna chill with the damage here because I don't want him to change the phase just yet. I want him to stay in this phase a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. So now we killed the first phase while he was still in the... Oh, we killed the second phase while he was in the first phase. So this is the second phase, but the first phase is already dead. It doesn't know how to move on to the third phase from here. So we're just gonna be stuck in this phase pretty much. You can just kill him like this. And yeah, that's Peppy. Totally intended. Not weird at all. So yeah, there's a lot of this kind of glitch going on where you kill like 2 phases during one single phase, and it doesn't really know how to transition to the next phase from that. We're gonna do that again here, hopefully on Grim Matchstick, the dragon, which I'm sure a lot of casual players have been stuck on, me included. This guy is a jerk. It's kind of awkward on expert difficulty because normally the clouds go the other way, but now we have to deal with them going into the boss instead of away from him. Whoops. Oh well. That's okay, let's just try again. Okay, so hopefully I'll be dealing enough damage here that we kill the second phase during this phase as well. Okay, I'm shooting lasers, that's fine. Okay, I just want to make sure I get the glitch. Okay. I don't want to deal too much damage too quickly because then I might miss my chance. Okay, this should be good. Okay, there we go. When you hear the explosions, then that means you kill the second phase during the first phase. So yeah, enjoy. This is not supposed to be happening. Like, he's stuck in this animation pretty much for the rest of the fights. You only have to watch out for those fire guys. Like, Grim himself doesn't really have a hurt box in that state, so you can just stay inside him if you want to. So yeah, that's second aisle done. Moving on to the third aisle, which has, well, there's some easy bosses here, but most of these bosses are a step up pretty much from previous bosses. So yeah, starting off with Rumor Honeybottoms, the Queen Bee. So first of all, we have to take out the policeman here. Oi oi oi. There we go, and now let's see. Okay, we got a side attack, that's pretty good. Just gonna shoot out that little bubble, have to watch out. Oops. Okay, so now we get this attack. Hopefully I'll be able to kill a boss during this phase. Okay, I was close there, but unfortunately these platforms are RNG, so you don't always know if you're gonna get to jump straight up into one, and you have to like move around and stuff. But yeah, at least I killed her fast enough that she couldn't transition to the last phase. So that was a pretty good fight anyways. Okay, so this next boss, there's a really weird quick kill you can do here, which I'm gonna do. So the thing about the robot here is that it doesn't actually take damage. Like, each of these parts have their own health pool, but it doesn't really apply to like the overall health of the boss. Oops, I failed it. But the thing is, when you do the EX with the mini bomb, it shoots out 9 magnets, and the boss itself only takes damage. Oh, whoops, I failed it again, but it's fine. It's gonna be really quick when I get it. The thing about that is, when you kill the hearts, it deals 140 damage to the boss's health. Okay, hang on. Oh man. Okay. Okay, it deals 140 damage to the boss from that last bullet. But the thing is, when you do the EX with the bomb. Oh man, I'm really playing this. I'm sorry, but it's gonna be good. Don't you worry. When you do the EX with the mini bombs, you shoot out 9 projectiles at once. So that means all those 9 bullets are gonna deal 140 damage to the boss. Okay. That might not be good enough. Let's see. Okay, we got it. It took a while, but we got it. It's kinda hard to explain the trick while I'm doing it. It's pretty, like, you have to count how much damage you're dealing, pretty much. Or how many, like, weapon swaps you're doing to approximate how much damage you're dealing. But, yeah, we got it in the end. So yeah, normally you beat that boss in like 16 or 17 seconds, if you do it, like, flawlessly. But enough about that. Here's Sally's stage play. Pretty basic boss. Like, first off, she's just gonna be jumping around. This, watch on the screen. Also, while she's doing her face transitions, we stand here and jump up because there's a hidden hitbox up here that I'm shooting with the runabout. So I can deal some damage in between phases. So here's what I was shooting at. That hitbox for this is active for the whole time. Okay, there we go. And we're on to the last phase here. So yeah. Really easy boss on this aisle compared to all the others. There's not much, like nothing much going on really. Alright, so next boss is another really easy boss. It's Werner Vermin. Pretty much like a Tom and Jerry inspired boss. There's a cat and a mouse. So we're gonna fight the mouse first here. Okay, so we got the catapult attack. Usually we can just dodge down on that if you stand close enough. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's the first phase done. Let's go. Just gonna shoot this flamethrower here. Okay, so I'm gonna try something here. Okay, nice. So if I land those exploding EXs there, it actually deals like 4 times the damage as it normally would. For some reason, there's something weird going on with that platform that he's standing on. So when you shoot it with one of those Labber EXs right next to the boss, because normally the glitch makes those explosions deal twice the damage, but yeah, for some reason it deals quadruple damage on that platform. So yeah, it makes the fight a lot better. So here's Cat and Briny Beard. It's a very RNG heavy boss. I'm gonna take the first hit here. Okay, did not pay off. It's random how many shots he's shooting there, and from now on it's random which attack it's gonna use. I'm just gonna take the hits here, hoping to get lucky, which I don't. That is the worst attack that he can give you, the dogfish. They're really hard to jump over. Okay. Oh man, he's being mean to me. Usually he shoots like 4 times and then he stops. Oh my god, okay. Let's play a bit safe here. There we go. Please don't shoot me. Oh man. Okay. messed up face done, so I just have to worry about this guy. So you can stay under the laser here and shoot these roundabouts and gotta hit every bullet. Yeah, that's Captain Briny Beard. A little bit unlucky with the attacks, but we got it in the end. I should probably mention to you that this timer that I'm using is it's counting the in-game time without the loads. So as you can see there, it stops when it loads. So yeah, obviously we're gonna use like RTA time at ESA if this gets in. But just add like 2.5 minutes to the final time and it's pretty much the same. Alright, so here's Calamaria. Pretty easy flame boss, actually. I'm making use of what we call Luigi swaps here, where if I shoot one of these missiles at the same time as I swap the weapon, then I'm shooting while I'm shooting normal bullets while I'm shooting the missile, which deals a good amount of damage. But yeah, it's frame perfect, so it's kind of hard to get it sometimes. Okay, so last boss here, last phase, and she's done. So you can just stay like right next to her face, and you won't get hit by anything that she shoots at you. You only have to watch out for those spike walls coming out from behind her. Okay. So now we only have 3 bosses left. And this is one of the harder ones, or well, it's one of the more technical ones. Phantom Express. So first off, we're gonna fight this ghost shooting ice at us from his hands. Alright, let's see. There we go. Oops. Yeah, well, at the same time we have to deal with these pumpkins, like dropping those bricks. And if they drop the bricks on one of these levers or whatever on this cart, then it moves them from to the right or the left. And yeah, we can also move it, but like that. Oh, whoops. But yeah, we don't want them to move it when we're standing on it, pretty much. Okay, so moving on to the last phase here, we have to parry the tail here to open up the heart. Ooh, okay, that was scary. Those flames that are shooting out are completely random. And I was only at 1 health there, so that was kind of scary, but we got it. Alright. So, yeah, that's Aisle 3 done. So now we're moving on to Hell, actually. Or, well, the casino, but it's down in Hell. So first we're gonna fight King Dice. He's the devil's right hand, pretty much. And he wants to play a game first. So we're gonna have to roll the die here. And each of these spots have a different has a different mini-boss on it. And obviously we're gonna go for the ones that are the quickest to kill. So first off, this is oh, whoops, poker chips. We got a little bit too close there. Ooh. Taking some bad hits here. Okay, let's take this a little bit safe. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Usually you can kill him while he's still on the left side, but I kind of messed up the start there. It's okay though. And yeah, as you can see, some of these spots have hearts on them, and if you land on one of those, you get 1 extra health. But yeah, we're not gonna go for those if they have hearts on them. because yeah, it's slower, but we really appreciate it when we do get a heart on one of the spots that we're going for. So yeah, here's the Domino boss. Not much to say really, just have to jump over the spikes and watch out for his attacks. Or his / her attack, because there are two persons. It's a weird looking boss. Alright, so now we're moving on to the monkey. We're gonna do a specific glitch here, which will instantly kill him. So normally this is like a game of memory. You have to match 2 cards before you can activate him and shoot him. Oh, whoops. Oh, I was a little bit too eager. But I wanna like bait him to one side. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to actually do this. So yeah, this is how you fight him normally. I guess it's good to show off. But what I'll do is I wanna make him stop like there. Okay, that was too quick. Okay, right there maybe. Oh. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. So if I scroll the screen to the left while he's... Okay, he's being mean to me. So if I make him stay on either side here, while I make him stop... Okay, this is going really bad. Hang on, come on. Yeah, I'm not getting this right. There we go, that should do it. Okay, so if I make him stay on the very left or the very right, and then make him stop while hitting 2 cards, and then scroll the screen to the right, and he's actually out of bounds. And then he goes out of the screen instead, and for some reason, if he's out of the screen, he actually like just dies because of it. I don't know. I don't know why that is really. I think the devs put something in to make sure he like you can't get soft lock or anything if that happens. Although it shouldn't really happen. Yeah, that was King Dice. Yeah, moving on to the last boss, which is the devil himself. So you get a choice here if you wanna give him the contracts you've collected from all the bosses, but we're gonna say no here, and that will trigger this fight. So there's a number of attacks you can use here. Okay, pretty good start, although I messed up the jump there. It's fine. So that's clap attack, and this is kind of annoying attack. I don't really like it, but we have to wait at least. Okay, clap attack. We can just jump up and do an EX to stay in the air. And right here I'm shooting like a hidden hitbox to the right or the left. And we're gonna do a hidden buffer there. Because normally after you jump down in the hole, there's like a small animation that Cuphead is looking scared, but we can skip that by doing that pause and unpause. And okay, we're almost dead. GG. So yeah, this fight is just everything happens really fast, but yeah. You can only shoot his eyes during the last few phases there. Guess it's good to mention. But yeah, that is Cuphead on Expert. All bosses on Legacy Expert. So hello Windows. Yeah, I guess I can show the. So this is the in-game time pretty much, like the without loads. But I guess I can show you the real time as well. Okay, 32:38. So yeah. Well, I guess that's it for me. Hope you consider this category for ESA. Thank you.